This is one of the most tonkiest build that I ever played. Since that video, GGG triple tapped this build. Even with all of that, I fixed the build and done the same again. Welcome back to the tonkiest build Ignite Eviscerate Reave Elementalist. What's up guys, Reave here. The build Tonkiness comes from the very huge amount of energy shield. We have more than 17k energy shield and 2.3k energy shield regen per second while standing still. Also recovering 5% of our energy shield every single time when we block a attack or a spell damage, and we have block chance capped as well, while we also maintaining the Tonkiness and also the Fizmoxes as well, because most of the time when people is doing block chance based builds, they have a very low amount of Fizmoxes. The build also has very high amount of maximum elemental resistances. This is making us very tonky Agnist elemental damage. We reaching that using my favorite bet, Tides of Time, and pairing with all of the elemental resistance flasks, so we can have very nice basic elemental resistances, so we don't need to worry about this one because the flasks is taken care of, and you don't need to worry about the mirage not keeping your flask up, because you just killing one single pack of monster and you immediately get back all of your charges, so your flasks will active and everything will be smooth. Without damage, Tonkiness means nothing, so we are currently dealing around like almost 20 million ignited DPS per second, and with one single ignite we can inflict like 96 million damage. So basically, if you rolling well your ignite, because we using Ethereal Edge into the build, so we have a very low amount of minimum damage and a very high amount of maximum damage as well. So if you're rolling very well your ignite, you just destroying even Uber bosses under a few seconds, because this is a dot based build. The uptime on this one is kinda good, although sadly GG nerfed this league the defied forces, so we cannot refresh the ignite anymore. So sadly we need to use a few more times in a single boss fight the Eviscerate. The way where is my stream / YouTube is going currently is not sustainable. You know, every single league I put way more effort to my builds / POBs, guides. I hope I don't need to prove myself even more. I'm putting a very big efforts into my builds. Just open any other POBs, guides, and you can see. No sugarcoating, no buzzwords, just pure real info how you can copy my builds and do the same as you've seen in my YouTube / my stream. Even if you just open any of my POBs, there is always a well-written note section, step-by-step crafting, but sadly somehow I reached the point where this currently not sustainable and need to speak about this. This league I earned around $300. My league is starting 1 week before the league launch. This is where I starting putting out videos and starters. So let's calculate with that. 300 divided by 2, that's 150. 150 divided by 7, that's 21. 21 divided by 10, because I spend at least 10 hours a day with PoE stuff, that's $2.1 per hour. I think many of you will agree this is not sustainable in long term. Don't get me wrong. I don't begging or being ungrateful for any support, just stating what's going on. If you want to keep going with the Tonky build making, I call for your help. What can you do to help me? First, watch my videos, like it and leave a comment. Second, watch my stream even if you don't want to engage with chat or with me. These options, just a few clicks, not need anything else. Third, support me with membership here in YouTube, sub or gift to me on Twitch, or there is a direct way through PayPal. Sorry about this little detour, but this is a very important matter to talk about this, because this is not sustainable in the long term if the things is going this way. Where is the POB? Well guys, I needed to rework this build from scratch because GGG is just over nerfed so many things about this build, and in the intro I was already talk about the energy shield nerf, golem nerf, cluster nerf, and any other indirect nerf that is affected this build. So because of that, I was needed to change all of the clusters, even the skill tree a little bit, the gem setup a little bit, the gear setup a little bit. So I need to rework the whole crafting section, leveling section, and how you can build your character. That takes times, and once again guys, I also in a in a very bad spot currently, so I'm sorry I did not put too much time to it. I just put together the beard and tested it, and I just presenting to you the results currently. So the POB we are coming soon in this week. I hope you are understanding this. So I'm sorry, and also I was sick as well all week last week. If you checked out any my videos from last week, you can hear my voice was not that good, or either way it was not even would recognize me that is the Tonky guy, right? So, and also I was streaming as well, but that was a mistake as well, because my voice was absolutely destroyed as well because of that. So yeah, I just took the weekend off and a few day plus, because I was needed to rest my voice and get rid of this sickness. The clear speed of this beard is acceptable, so it's not a fast beard or not, but not that slow either. This beard is designed purely mainly for bossing, so Uber bossing or nightmare map bossing. But you can also do juice content with this and not die on it, because we have a very huge amount of max hits and recovery. We can recover very quickly or energy shield. But on the weak side, the clear is not that fast if you're comparing any other, I would say, meta builds, because this is once again more like a boss killer character, not a map clear beast. But you can complete juice maps once again, but it's not that fast, and it would be much better if you're rolling a more meta oriented build that has much faster clear speed, such as like kinetic blast of clustering or kinetic fusillade self cost, or either the totem. Although the Ignite Prolife will carry you very big time, and also you have to know the Eviscerate has like a 13-meter radius that is way bigger than your screen, even like almost 2 screen wide. But once again, even with all of this is not making the build much faster than any other build. So the thing is, this is just for bossing, guys. I'm not saying this is for absolute juice content and just chase the divine per hour metric. This is more like boss per hour, or I don't know, facetank per hour or something like that. I'm very happy about this build, how it turned out. We again reached the point where we can AFK in Uber fights, and guys, I was very happy with the results. When I first time see Shaper is just not tickling us, it was a very good feeling, because I was very worried when I saw in the patch note they really nerfed so many things about Elementalist, indirect nerfs for the Ignite because of the Defied Force, and also the energy shield part of that one, because we was using intelligence in the last build, right? So we was stacking, we had almost 1k intelligence. So when I saw this one, I was started worrying, because honestly, that is a lot of changes for a single build, right? So this is why I was very worrying, but the results is speaking for themselves. The build guide will come out this week soon, when I'm finishing up the node section, the leveling session, and the crafting session, and I will make a full build guide video for it as well. Till then, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's showcase video, and sorry about the bad news as well. Till then, guys, I was Pidget. See you next time.